Hello punters, welcome along to Talkin Thru Your Kick, Australia's only soon-to-be awarded show dedicated to life on the punts. Hello Neil Evans.
Hello Russell, how are you?
Very well.
Good.
Successful weekend because my Swannies got themselves into a grand final. So too did the Bullies. What about you, Quinny? How was the weekend?
Well, I hate to admit it, that the good thing is I found a few winners. The bad thing is they were all tips from Brett Zarafa, so I'm going to have to begrudgingly thank the great man.
Yes, Brett Zarafa waded in $100 bills, was throwing them around like
Really?
the good old days earlier on in the green room, so we'll talk to him very, very shortly. Rap or slap time, I'll open the batting, giving a slap to All Too Hard. Not very hard to get out of a barrier, but it seems All Too Hard can't work out why and how and when to do it, and it's costing punters, not me, but plenty of them.
Geld it, a break?
You can't geld it. It's apparently the super horse worth too much. They're not going to geld it. Just Kevin Moses used to whack them over the head with an egg yolk and it'd scare them out of the barriers. Don't know whether that's going to work. What about you, rap or slap?
I was going to throw a spear at the Randwick track, but I'm going to be nice, Russ. I'm going to be nice. To the old guys, Glenn Boss, 43. Pumper turns 50 next year. His performance outstanding.
Yep.
The old-time jockeys say, get into a like boxers in a ring, off the ropes, get the cash. Good
Pulled
stuff.
a couple of pants down on the weekend, did the boys. What about you, Nick Quinn?
Melbourne Racing's just going from strength to strength. This week it was the Melbourne Racing Club who deserves a big round of applause. It was free entry last Saturday. There was a sensational crowd at Caulfield. Great to see, great entertainment, and it sets the stage for a huge spring.
Any other bouquets you want to throw at Melbourne? Geez, love Melbourne. You're a Melbourne boy.
There was a bit of fun.
He could be future mayor of Melbourne.
There was a bit of fun at the race. Apparently the disco bloke about race 5 at Randwick was having a fair old crack as well, which was somewhat off-putting.
Live
But anyway,
music, got to have it.
Let's have a look at the racing from the weekend from a betting perspective particularly, and if you're on Managar at $3.40 like a lot of us were on Thursday and Friday, the early money was going to tell you that it was horse going to just win, the way it had a run. Here it is, the grey obviously in the OTI colours coming 4 and 5 wide. You just thought, Quinny and Neil, that it was all over Red Rover.
Well, you did. 340 into 250, jumped closer to even money, but
Jumped
they went
evens.
slow. Even money,
Yeah.
unbelievable. They went slow through the middle, Quinny, and you see a lot of these weight for age horses. They come off the bit, and then, I don't know, just flat to the line after that.
Yeah, look, we can't sugarcoat it. He was very disappointing. He was backed as if he was unbeatable. If you took his first up run on merit where he was a moral beaten, he was just supposed to come out and win this race, and it didn't turn out to be the case.
Is that the first time that he's actually been like even money or odds on? I can remember him being, obviously it was big odds in the Sydney races because you had Americane running around in those. All of the Group 1s that he's had, he's been about that $4, $5, $6 mark.
Got to be the shortest, hasn't it?
Yeah, that's easily the shortest he started since joining the Peter Moody stable. So hopefully Peter just said he's been flat second up before and he's not pressing the panic button just yet.
Outside of the winner, fabulous run, Southern Speed, when you look ahead to the Caulfield Cup.
Well, look, there are runs and you can point them out.
Red Cap.
Sincero was reasonably easy in the market. December Draw was on speed, did a good job. Voila Ichi, I think there's some merit about that run as well, and Southern Speed down the outside. And your horse, Nick, there it is.
What about the horse in the yellow and blue silks just
running
whoosh,
7?
flashing home?
What's its name again?
That's a billionaire. Write that one down and have a few gold coins on for the cups.
What odds do you have as a billionaire?
$67.
What is it now?
You can still get $67.
And rightly so.
What is
Zabillionaire. It's just that you can say it. It rolls off the tongue, doesn't it?
Look,
I'm on my way to being a zabillionaire.
Yeah, it's almost like, in the good old days, if we won a lot, we've just won zabillions.
Yeah. But jury's out on that one because Sincero, Managar, similar off the bit. They all found the line okay.
Where are they all going? Where Managar now is going where? Cox Plate?
Well, at this point in time, yes. But
he can win the Cox Plate.
But let's have a look at the Cox Plate market. Managar's now into $7.50. Green Moon's into $11, but neither either or aren't going to go to the Caulfield Cup, but they're both still in the market there. Ocean Park, of course, has jumped in. Piero makes his debut in Melbourne this Friday. That $5. If you're going to be a Piero fan, I suggest you launch now, forever hold your peace, because it won't be much better than that come the races.
Well, we're all going to presume he's going to win Friday night, where he's going to be $1.20.
Well, Secret Admirer's not going to the Cox Plate. She's going to the Caulfield Cup.
She's gone,
now.
and Linton's gone as well.
Shootout's going to the to the Epsom, and then he doesn't know.
Yeah.
He says it's his grand final.
Ringy might be interesting.
So if you like Piero, well, Piero's going to win this Friday night. I think that's a given.
Yep.
After he does win, providing he does it relatively impressively, how short does he get for the Cox Plate?
A point, maybe in a point. I couldn't tip anything to beat Piero at the moment, but Sincero, over the mile and a quarter? Big
Guys,
question mark
there's
still.
a couple of emails and forum posts on our website, Punters Paradise, talking about Gay's record in Melbourne at this time of the year. And I tell you what, the stats are not very good
Not
in
flash.
terms of her win-loss record. What about this? Peter Moody on Saturday morning, on quite a few radio interviews, on television, on Best Bets, said he was concerned about Manigar's second-up history, yet it was 340 into evens. Did someone not listen? Luke from Granville, as opposed to Luke from, I don't know, Caulfield.
Well, that's probably one of the, I guess, early dangers of betting early. They, from Wednesday afternoon onwards, they steamed into Manigar at the 340.
It was never an even money pop, though.
No,
Surely.
of course not. It levelled out at 250 and you thought maybe that's rock bottom price.
And then they charged it again.
Yeah.
But if you did the market on that race, not in a million years would you have Manigar as a standard. You would have had it $3.
No, well, I did do the market and I did have Manigar a clear favourite.
Even money?
Absolutely. I thought he was rock hard fit. He was going to get a little bit better than even money. Yeah.
How was the rock hard fit second up over? And that was the issue. The same issue for Sincero should have been the same issue for Manigar.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I thought he was
yeah.
more brilliant. I thought he'd win, and a lot of punters agreed with me, and unfortunately we all got it wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, some of the big goes from Melbourne this weekend. Nick, Dusty Star, $9 into $5.50. Manigar, as we mentioned. Big goes. Are they really big goes nowadays? $9 into $5.50?
Absolutely. It seems like there's always an early flow of money when markets first go up on the Wednesday and Thursday. And then a lot of punters must say, well, this has been well back, now I want to join in. And they just get smashed. I mean, as we've touched on Manigar, but there's been a lot in the last few weeks where it's just been Wednesday right through till Saturday. Relentless.
Dusty. Geez, they can back Dusty when he
Yeah,
goes
Dusty
around
was
every
very
time.
brave.
Yeah. Big blows. That's the ones that more often than not you don't want to be on. But VWAP, one of yours, Neil Evans Mail, 4.80 out to
Wasn't on
$7
Saturday.
salutes.
Yep.
Southern Speed 6 out to 9 is probably the best run of the race in that Manigar race. And Soft Sand, oh please.
Well, they put up 750 soft sand.
So it's just
A lot of early money.
It's early money there. Well, that gives you an indication of how fluctuating the markets are becoming.
Almost deceptive if you just look at the on-course fluctuations because so much business is done in the days leading up to the races.
Okay, puntersparadise.com.au, and tonight there's a live chat with myself and Quinny after the show from 9:30. You just log on to puntersparadise.com.au/TTYK, and Virgin O2, $14,300 profit was the best. The worst, I think, was 13,000 lost. And the Punters Paradise app is now number 2 on the App Store. So it is the form guide that is absolutely outstanding. Gives you all the runs, all the information you need, and plenty of details to go with that as well. And it's all free. Go to the App Store or puntersparadise.com.au.